By the end of this video, you will know how to use click detectors to make interactable parts in your Roblox game. A click detector is an object that provides user input on inexperienced base parts and models. It has 4 events: mouse click, which is fired when a player clicks an object; mouse hover enter, which is fired when a player's mouse enters the object; mouse hover leave, which is fired when a player's mouse leaves the object; and right mouse click, which is fired when a player right-clicked an object. It also has 3 properties: cursor icon, which changes the icon of the cursor when the mouse is hovered over the click detected part; cursor icon content, which is similar to cursor icon, but it takes an asset URI, which is a uniform resource identifier. Most commonly, you'll probably use cursor icon, so you don't need to worry about cursor icon content too much. Max activation distance, which is the maximum distance between a character and a click detected part for the player to be able to interact with it. In my studio project, I have a part. I'll add a click detector as a child of this part. So if I just click the add and then search for click detector, you notice that we can adjust the previously mentioned properties in the properties tab. If I was to press play right now, you'll see that when I hover over, I get a different mouse cursor, and as I walk away, the max activation distance kicks in. Let's play around with this. I'm going to set the max activation distance to 8. Now you'll see that when I spawn in, I can't quite interact with it yet. I need to walk closer. So this is just how many studs away you've got to be to interact with the part. I'll set that back to 32. And for the cursor icon, all I'm going to do is open the toolbox and search for an icon. So I will just search for cursor icon and change it from models to decals. Let's go with this blue one here by this user. I will leave this in the description for you to access as a resource. So I'll click it and it will get added to our game. I'm now going to go onto this decal, and where it says color map content, I'm just going to copy all of that, go onto the click detector, go to my cursor icon and paste it in. And now it will put our ID in here. So now I can delete the decal. And now if I press play, when I hover over it, I get that blue decal, my cursor. Now let's detect various events. Add a script into the click detector, and I'm going to dive into all of these events. The first thing I'm going to do is get the click detector. So I'll just say local click detector is script.parent. Now let's go over the 4 events that I mentioned. So the mouse click, so click detector dot mouse click :connect function, and in here we take through the player that clicked it, player who clicked, which is of type player. So this has connected a function to the mouse click event. So whenever you left click a click detected object, this function will be called. It automatically takes through the player who clicked it. So if I click it, it will take through my player. If player 5 clicked it, it will pass through player 5. It's just an easy way to access who clicked it. And all of these events actually take this parameter. So what I can do in here is just print something such as the part was left clicked by and the player name. I'll just change that to player who clicked and not player who click. Now I'll copy and paste this down here, and let's look at mouse hovers. So we have mouse hover enter, so mouse hover enter, and this gets called when the player hovers over the part. And in here I will just print player who clicked dot name dot hovered their mouse over the part. Now I'll copy that and we'll do mouse hover leave. This one is mouse hover leave, and this is called whenever they stop hovering over the part. You go just say they removed their mouse cursor from the part. And the final one I want to do is click detector dot, and this one's right mouse click. So this detects when they right click the part. Anyhow, I'll just say the part was right clicked by and then the player name. Okay, so let's close this script and just press play. See what happens. So when I hover over it, it says that I've hovered my mouse cursor over the part in the output. If I exit hovering, it says I remove my mouse cursor from the part. And if I left click, it says I left clicked it. And if I right click, it says I right clicked it. Now you can see how you can easily assign multiple functionalities to these events here. So for example, if I left click it, the part could disappear. If I right click the disappeared part, it could reappear. If I hover over it, it could get slightly larger, and if I hover away, it will shrink back. There's many things you can do, and it's just a lovely way of detecting mouse cursors on objects. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more tutorials. We have a Discord server, which you can find the link to in the description, where you can ask for programming help others, or just chat there. You can also leave feedback on our videos and channel. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.